Hello, hello. It is a frosty morning here in Minnesota. Sometimes in May we get beach weather. Sometimes in May we get winter weather. Let's go down to the table here for an example. And you see that? It's icy. It's icy. We're not going to the beach today, folks. No beach, yes, Bible. That's what we're here for. Let's see what we get today. Ephesians 5:15 through 17. Ephesians 5:15 through 17. Love these verses. These verses shape mega parts, mega days of life. Look carefully at how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise, making the best use of the time, because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the will of the Lord is. I'm going to read that one more time, quicker. Look carefully at how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise, making the best use of the time, because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the will of the Lord is. Let's pray. Live your life as if there was Legos spilled all over the floor and you had bare feet. That's what I'm thinking of. We have a bin about 3 feet tall with drawers in it, and every drawer is filled with hundreds of Legos. And those Legos get taken out by our 4 boys at different times. Sometimes one boy will go into a corner of the house. Sometimes all 4 boys will have a Lego party. And if you're not careful, or if those don't get picked up, in the middle of the night, you can be walking through a bedroom or walking through the basement. And if you don't look carefully at how you walk, you will pay the price. You'll pay the price. You'll be biting your tongue not to be screaming out in the middle of the night while the Lego corners dig in. Live your life like you would if there was Legos strewn all about the different areas of your life. That's what the verse says. Look carefully at how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise, making the best use of the time. I don't know. I do know this. We are a busy culture. We do lots of things. We make lots of plans, but I don't know if we're very good at evaluating the things that we are doing. I don't know if we're looking carefully, assessing carefully, evaluating carefully how we walk so that we make the best use of our time. There is a time for laughter. There is a time for play. There is a time for work. There is a time for focusing intensely on worshiping the Lord. But are we evaluating our own lives? It's easy to evaluate our neighbor. It's easy to complain about the way that somebody else is making their choices. But are we getting with the Lord, getting with wise people around us, and asking questions, looking carefully at how we live? Or are we just setting up a life full of landmines and Legos where we go and we step on them and we harm ourselves? A lot of times the harm that we cause ourselves in life with our schedule or with our choices, it doesn't pierce us right away. The Legos, they pierce my foot right away. A lot of times the choices we make in life don't pierce us right away. It comes slowly over the course of time. I'm thinking of a song called Slow Fade that was released, 5 or 10 years ago, about how when we're making poor choices, things kind of slowly fade and erode into bad slavery to our choices. But it happens so slow over the course of time, we don't even notice it. The last sentence in the verse here says, therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the will of the Lord is. So what am I trying to do as I look carefully at my life. I've got two choices. I can live not understanding the will of the Lord. That would be the foolish path. That would be the wasting my life path. Or I can look carefully at how I'm living in light of what God says is wise and good. And that'd be the path of wisdom. That would be the path of blessing ultimately. Here you are. It's fork in the road. Choices again today. Foolish path. Not looking carefully, not considering my steps, my choices, my habits, my plans. The other side. Looking carefully and saying, God, how shall I live in this area? What would you have for me in the next day, in the next week, in the next month, in the next year? Go to Him. Think carefully. Ask others. Live wise. Live wonderful. We'll see you next time.